This is the DAR Today podcast, and I'm your host, Brooke, Bullmaster Stewart. Well, is yours one of those very wonderful special chapters that often includes our brothers in our other lineage organizations in your events? Of course, I'm speaking of the Sons of the American Revolution and the other organization entitled the Sons of the Revolution. Of course, we all descend, right, from Revolutionary War patriots, and our organizations are all geared toward honoring America in this semi-quincentennial, America's 250th birthday, and also promoting patriotism, education, and historic preservation. So it's a perfectly natural fit then when we invite them to be a part of our events, not just in, coming to do the color guard, let's say, at one of our events, but attending, because theirs is a goal just like ours. And it makes for your events to be all the more rich and all the more wonderful when we do include our brothers in this. And so that is what we're about a little bit today. We get to have an interview with the national chair of the new committee within the Wright administration, and that is the DAR, SAR Relations Committee. And so we get to hear all about that new committee, kind of how it started, and hear encouraging and inspiring ways in which we can work together to make our events, all of our events, even better. We definitely want to be promoting in this podcast, as you know, what our chapters are doing, what our state societies are doing. So also for those that watch the podcast on video, remember to watch all the way to the end so that you can see those chapter posts. They're social media posts that we place at the end. We usually like to place about 4 or 5. And so if you want your chapters post to be played at the end of our podcast, we would love it if you would add the hashtag to your post, DAR podcast, of course, hashtag DAR podcast, all one word, and then hashtag NSDAR. So add those to your posts and they'll be more easily seen by our team when we're compiling those different social media posts that we want to showcase at the end. Of course, we always ask that you subscribe to this podcast. It definitely helps the algorithm. It helps us get recommended to those who are interested in American history, in patriotism, and a lot of the same things that we are as DAR members. And we definitely want that because it'll help those who want to be members. It'll help them to more easily find us. And as always, hey, thanks so much for being here with us today. Well, ladies, thank you so much for being here with us today. We have a new committee with the Wright administration, and that is the DAR SAR Relations Committee, which of course stands for Daughters of the American Revolution, Sons of the American Revolution, and Sons of the Revolution Relations. So thank you so much for being here with us today. We have the National Chair, Jane Cohen. We have National Vice Chair, Anita Bonner, and National Vice Chair, Becky Osbourn. Welcome to all of you.
Thank you.
Jane, tell us a little bit about the history of your committee. How did Mrs. Wright come about with this great idea?
We are excited to be this new committee that President General Wright established when her term started in 2022. She had explored this committee in her state previously, and we had a very active committee for several years now in her home state. When she established the national committee, it's been a wonderful opportunity to reach out to SAR members, to Sons of the Revolution members, and to collaborate and network with them. DAR has a lot of opportunity to network, to collaborate, and to share ideas and events. The committee is focused on promoting congenial and harmonious relationships with SAR and SR for the betterment of our shared objectives, to render support and assistance in the areas of community-centered events and mutual membership goals, and fostering shared goals of historic preservation, education, and patriotism. This has been an exciting 3 years. The I'm fairly new in the position, and the two vice chairs have also been in the position about a year or so. And so we've enjoyed networking with other Daughters of the American Revolution members, with SR members, and with SAR members. It's been a fun 3 years.
Oh, that's great. And Becky, isn't there a medal or a pin that you have that is now awarded to SAR and SR members?
Yes, our Hannah White Arnett Medal is a new medal introduced, and it's very similar to what the men in Sons of the American Revolution often wear. There's a larger medal and then a miniature. The larger medal they tend to wear during more of the business meeting, and then in the miniature medal they will wear in evening. The medal is recognizing their devotion and support of the Daughters of the American Revolution. So when you have those men come and participate in your events, when they are there serving as color guard, when they are there helping carry boxes, whatever they may be doing, those are the things, those are the days that we just value and recognize how much we love those men and how much we want to support them. So this is a means for us to recognize their contribution and support of us. We want to know, and we want them to know, that they share this mission with us, and the Hannah White Arnett Medal is one way to do that. Why did we call it the Hannah White Arnett Medal?
Yes, I'd love to know.
Yes, it was actually named for the great-grandmother of the one of the men who helped Daughters of the American Revolution start at the very beginning. She was a patriot herself. She helped advocate for the American independence, was very vocal and very supportive, and she is the one that we give this tribute to by naming this medal for her.
Because we share our membership, right? They are descended from Revolutionary War patriots, so are we. So it's very fitting that we have this connection between them.
As both Jane and Becky mentioned, we want to recognize the gentlemen who are supporting us in the Sons of the American Revolution and the Sons of the Revolution. But some of the activities that chapters can do, as well as state organizations can do, is something similar that we did at national over this last year, which including color guard in a flag raising at the beginning of our Continental Congress, and also the SAR provided a color guard at our Constitution Week. I know that was just made the event extra special as they do the flag presentation for us. Couple other things that as chapters that we can do is, go to honor flights together with your compatriots, as well as maybe even do parades or other community events. I mean, we have a lot of similar goals. We attend a lot of similar events. And so just doing those together kind of brings a lot more attention to those events.
That's wonderful. I know we had our big anniversary for our chapter, and they came and they did the color guard and they posted the colors, and they told us afterwards, they said, we want to do this more often. We love, collaborating with you. And I think we forget that. We get busy with our own chapter activities, right? But to pull them in and have them be a part of these same really significant activities, it just adds, like you said, Anita, it just adds so much to the event.
Yeah, yes, we encourage chapters to network with SR and SAR at least once a year. It may be a tour of a veterans museum. It may be a military museum. It can be a library event. There's lots of opportunities for SAR, SR to network with DAR. We think it's a great opportunity to be involved in the community, to provide service opportunities, and to have fun doing it.
That's perfect. And I think you mentioned that you're on the doc, right? The Daughters Online Community. People can find that page there and maybe get ideas for what they could do in their own chapters. Is that correct? And share pictures too of what they've done.
Absolutely. We've had the doc up for about a year and a half. I'm the administrator for the doc, and it's so great to see all the pictures from across the country of as more people interact with the Sons of the Revolution and Sons of the American Revolution. And the other thing we do when we meet as a committee, if there are good ideas that we come up with, we post them to the doc as well. So we're sharing information as we learn it about those organizations as well.
One of the grassroots level of networking with our SAR compatriots and our Sons of the Revolution members is starting with our family genealogy. We have so many genealogists who are avid researchers, and when they sit down in workshops and are working with prospective members, those prospective members, those women who may be joining DAR, have brothers, have sons, have grandsons. They are also eligible through that common lineage to be able to join these other lineage societies. So we want to collaborate in that regard to help make sure we encourage those families to make it a family affair. Yes. Come in together to those shared lines and be able to be together and celebrate together. Just even holding genealogical workshops and a joint effort builds additional relations opportunities with these other organizations. When you know you've got a friend across the way who is in a SAR chapter, you're more likely to collaborate with them. And they, as well, as they get to know our DAR, they're going to reach out to us and say, come join us and be a part of our events. So start with the grassroots, understand what those family relationships are, and leverage that as you build DAR, SAR, SR relations.
Again, we encourage members, DAR members, and the community to reach out and learn more about their family history, to explore their roots. The men have a medal that they present to DAR ladies, recognizing their assistance in membership recruitment. There's several medals, but currently it's the Martha Washington Medal. So we appreciate the bling, and they're recognizing us, and we are glad of the opportunity to work with them.
That's great. Thank you so much for being with us today. Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, in honor of our upcoming Armed Forces Day remembrance, we leave you today with this quote by President Dwight D. Eisenhower. What counts is not necessarily the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. Well, thanks for listening, and be well, dear friends. Let's celebrate the stars and stripes forever, and remember, with all of your ancestors behind you, you are the result of the love of thousands. Well, this podcast was written and produced by our incredible team of writers and editors, and we are, as always, so grateful for President General Pamela Rouse Wright and Historian General Suzanne Heskey for their constant guidance, to Jane Cohen, Becky Osbourn, Anita Bonner, and Megan Herbert for being so generous with their time. The National Society Daughters of the American Revolution is a nonprofit, non-political, volunteer women's service organization dedicated to promoting patriotism, preserving American history, and securing America's future through better education for children. Members are all lineal descendants of those who supported the cause of independence in the Revolutionary War. For more information, please visit dar.org. This is the DAR Today podcast.